so that should be good. Alright.
Hey, Matt or Tom, my character sheet is telling me that everything is locked from me.
I noticed that too, but I just didn't know what it effectively meant.
Well, what are you trying to do? Oh, hold on.
To make a character sheet.
Configure ownership. Milo owner.
Yes, please let me.
Save changes. Now see what you can do.
It still says I am locked out, but maybe I should log in or out from this and see if that resets it.
Alright, what do we start with? Do we have starting gear? I didn't...
You have 15 gold.
15 gold, okay. Boy.
See, I have you and Paul set the same, and he's made his character. What the hell? Damn it, Milo.
Sorry. I just want to make my character.
I'm looking
I
at...
want to play the game.
See the ownership default party. What about just ownership, just party? Close it and open it again and try again.
Nope.
No, okay.
See, I've got
Right.
configure ownership on Forsyth. All players limited. Default. Milo has owner.
Where do you see this?
If you right click on the character and then configure ownership.
Maybe you both have to sign off. Maybe it's like there's two people in charge. They both have to give you permission.
No. That has not been the case so far. I
Nope.
certainly hope. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
Like that sounds right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Live prototype token to scene tokens? No.
No, that's just for once
Yeah.
they come up with a picture. Hold on, I'm going to go to user management. I'm not sure if that'll log everybody out or just me. Okay, just me. I can't see it. Paul, what was the name of your character?
My character, I was going with Brenton Westford. Brenton?
Brenton?
Brentin. Brenton.
10.
Brenton.
And Milo, how are you spelling Forsyth?
FORSYTHE.
Okay.
What's the basic armors, man? So just like a basic heavy armor?
Like, is it a proficiency?
Well, I have all the proficiencies as a fighter. I'm trained all the way up in the heavy armor. I'm just trying to find what the armor is. You know what? I have a book. Let's use a book.
Yeah, why not?
What?
If you go...
Ooh, that's pretty.
Alright.
Paul, by the way,
Yes.
if you're on the inventory section of your character sheet,
Okay.
you click on the magnifying glass on the armor part. That brings up all the armors. And then under traits, you can click on armor filters and then click on heavy armor. And what you're looking for is you'll see a number over on the right-hand side. Level 1 things is what you're allowed to use at level 1. You might have to start out with medium armor just Because it'll take, like, it's heavy armor is expensive.
Yeah.
Now let's look at Forsyth. Why aren't you working?
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Forsyth. What was your ancestry, Forsyth? I'm just gonna see if I can add something.
Elf.
See, it
Yes.
works for me.
Why? Why are you allowed?
So,
Oh crap!
can you click on that plus? Click on the plus sign next to the heritage.
When I do that, it comes up with the list. I then click on the thing that I want.
No, drag it. You have to drag it onto it.
Okay. Then
Try that.
Maybe that's what I'm doing. Yep, there it goes. It's just a drag and drop.
Yep.
Least.
Yeah, the plus just opens up like the compendium, and then you drag and drop it.
That's so weird. When I open that too, the little windows each tell me that they're locked.
That part I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know. So it's anyway. That works. Thank you.
There's also a goblin ranger running around town named Blabbits.
I love that man.
So that inventory, I just give myself 15 gold in the inventory first, right? And then I can just buy from. Oh, where'd that go? Where'd that go? Inventory, 15 gold.
Oh, by the way, Matt, if you're playing a gunslinger in Pathfinder 2, your gun don't work unless you buy and use every day your firearm cleaning kit.
Good. Yeah, you actually have to maintain your gear. It's important. Cleaning my gun.
I just linked it on the chat part. This kit contains cleaning cloth, oil, small steel brushes, and other minor tools. Basically, if you use that cleaning kit every day, your gun will not misfire even on a 1, unless you're using like some specific, like crazy attack. There are some attacks that if you critical miss on this, your gun misfires. If you don't clean your gun, normal critical misses will misfire and screw up your gun. So you can, if you spend a little bit of time every morning, and I looked it up. I don't remember it now. It's not long. It's part of your morning wake up oblations. You're fine from misfires.
Okay.
It's taking. I think it's adding what I'm buying to the other character. It is. So for some reason, everything I do is adding to Valeris, not Brenton Westford.
I
can just drag and drop here, maybe?
That is weird.
Menace under Otari is green versus Westmarch is being gray. Does that make a difference, or does that mean like that's like the active game?
No, that's the green. You can set whatever color you want. That just
all right.
happens to be green.
Here, let's see.
Yeah, you know what?
Should we deactivate?
Yeah, I'm gonna deactivate the Menace under Otari characters.
Okay. You have so much more experience with Foundry. I'm just letting you. I'm lost troubleshooting the mechanics. I'm here when you need a Randy Random to start the game.
Well, and you'll get there, but I'm used to running in Foundry here. And just as you got, some view of running a game in it, they updated like a major update, and kind of things look just a little bit different.
Could not purchase Greatsword with Valeris. Why is I'm still on Valeris?
There are so many icons.
Is it my settings, maybe?
I no longer have you as an owner.
You are Valeros effectively under your
Yeah, I know.
nameplate
I want
when
to
you're
change
coming up.
that. How do I change that?
Can you go to? Let me see.
And I'm opening up that character sheet too.
To be honest, I'm not even sure how you're buying. I dragged and dropped and then manually deleted the gold.
Well, there's a little coin thing because you open the character sheet, hit that, and there's a little coin thing that says buy, and then yeah. So can I open my character sheet and this at the same time? Okay, yeah, I'll do it this way. Nope, the character sheet goes away. Come back here.
All of these settings, like you absolutely
Oh,
know,
that's okay. It's from different.
it's here.
It doesn't work with pop out.
The answer's here.
Pop back
Well,
in.
fucking where?
There it is. Okay, I'll do it this way.
It's all great. We just got to figure out how to use it. Like it's not insanely user friendly, but it does everything you would ever want.
Well, I mean, we would normally won't have all these characters. We got to figure out how to do that. Like, this is new.
Well, and after we finish, we've got one session left of the beginner box that we'll run through at some point, and then we will just delete those characters. So that shouldn't be a problem after that.
We don't need to finish the beginner's box. We could just delete.
That's true. Should I just kill him?
I mean, it might solve our problem.
No, don't kill him. Okay, I see. Alright, I see. Armor filters. I think I'm gonna go with medium.
Now, see, now you're Brenton in the configure players section.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. My thing keeps. Oh no, I said Valeros. It's cycling through everything. I'm Valeros, Britain.
Oh God, you're all of them.
I am everybody.
Well, that's kind of cool though. I mean, if you're playing multiple things going on, it gives you that.
Like mine, it's cycling between Danik and GM. I set all those characters from the beginner box to owner none, and Paul is still screwed up.
Story of my life. I'm screwed.
Don't worry, Paul. You're not the only one. It's still every window still tells me I'm not allowed to be in this sheet.
I love that it's letting you do shit, but it's like you really shouldn't be.
It's really.
If you close it and open it again, is it saving what you're doing?
Oh, I don't.
Oh no! Double check that.
Well, we'll take that chance while I haven't done too much. Here we go.
So
Yeah.
what do you think?
Connection.
Not between scale mail. There's really no. I don't see an armor difference. These are just flavor, right?
No, there is a difference
Well, I don't see where they say this.
between scale mail and what?
And like, let's say chainmail. There's flexible. Chainmail is flexible and noisy. Okay. Under details, I have to switch over to another tab. So details. That one's 3 AC. Dex modifier cap 2. Let's see what chainmail looks. 4 AC. Dex 1. Okay. I see. So that is 3.
I no longer have any video.
I was in the same boat. I lost visual on you and Milo. But
I can still
and
see
then
Milo.
I can still see Paul. Hi, Paul.
Yay!
Yes, we're in charge now.
We run the West Marches.
Like I no longer even have your guys'.
You don't have a window
screens
anymore on here. You're just going. There's
in
no
the ether. I'm just gonna say real quick. I'm glad. I feel pressured for having said label this episode 0.
Right?
Well, it's been recorded, so we can have it out there. And, people,
No, it's that's good.
No,
Yeah.
But
so there's a learning curve here for everybody, like, even the people that haven't played. I don't know, do I want a shield? You know what, I'll come with a shield. Okay, so I'm gonna have a steel shield. That's under armor. So that's 2 gone, so I have 7 gold left. What else did you guys spend gold on?
all my equipment. Let's see here.
Firearm cleaning kit. Oh, it's only a silver piece. Does it cost? Is it like spent? Is it
No.
1 silver piece per? Okay.
Let me see. I've got fine clothing. I've got my formula book for crafting. I've got a backpack, bedroll, some oil, rope, rations, water skin, signal whistle, soap, studded leather armor, a light hammer, a dagger, my clan pistol.
Wait, is there like a starter kit that I'm missing? Like, did you just go in and buy all those little pieces?
I went and bought all those pieces.
Okay. So I have 1 gold left. What can I get with 1 gold? Nothing.
Pathfinder rewards you for being a gear monkey, man.
Also, watch your encumbrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's by bulk, right? Rather than
Yeah, it works Starfinder style.
I actually like that a lot. It's frustrating because it doesn't let you get really wiggy in the margins and play. It really tells you, nope, this is what you got. But I had a lot of fun with it. Man, I could play Dexy again. I could go back to Starfinder anytime. So everyone's at a point where we're able to build characters and have our characters and be the characters we're supposed to be.
I need to get this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get video to work.
Yes, is the short answer, Matt.
Well, as the alderman said, you have your permits of remit to cross through the barrier gate and venture into the wildlands at your own accord.
What happened? Did I do that?
No, did you? I didn't click anything. Did Tom do that?
Oh,
Might have.
Yep, everybody came back. But me, I should come back.
Star grenade?
Nope, Tom didn't come back.
Yeah.
He came back for me, just you
Yeah.
took a minute.
Everybody except Carp.
Okay, that's good because that's on my end. I can fix that.
Okay. West marches. Inventory. Alright, you know what? I have 1 gold left. I have the main things, my weapons, and armor. I'll figure out the rest as I go.
For all intents and purposes, when you're in Bannerville, room and board food costs. You want to buy an ale at the tavern. I'm not gonna have you go into your pennies and your coppers for that. You know, your gold effectively will be towards things that you want to invest in for your character.
Okay, so my encumbered is at 9. My bulk carried right now is at 6, so I'm good, right? Yep. Okay. I think I'm ready to head out into these marches. Are they marshes or marches? Are there marshes in the marches?
There's some marshlands out there. I think, not sure where, but probably some marshlands in the wilderness. it's pretty untamed, to say the least. So you guys, presumably, I would say, the alderman informed you. From the post, there's not a whole lot of adventures that have come through in a really long time. So it's kind of different that so many, even a handful means so many kind of popping up in one grouping. And whether you came together or all were sort of pointed out to one another, you would have kind of maybe pinned each other there in the ghostly hand, and probably got to chatting about potential plans. And in fact, if you guys want to take a minute to do that, I need to step away for just a second, but I'll come back and hopefully fire up my camera and be ready to rock and roll. So now that you guys are all built, you can actually figure out what you want to do.
So we want to go into the up north, right? Past the barrier.
Into the forest?
Yeah, right?
Sure. Yeah. That's, yeah.
There's this flower that grows out there in the forest, and if I get enough of it, I can craft it into a bomb that will, it'll make everyone throw up. Not us unless I miss.
I didn't think that sentence would get worse the longer it went on, but it proved me wrong. And did. What are you hoping to get out of the forest, besides flowers? Either of you.
I have very little plans besides that. Just trying to hone my craft and bring honor to my clan.
I had no plans. I just wanted to go out in the forest.
Out of mere curiosity?
More of... Someone said don't.
Ah, I see. Well, I can get behind that as much as anything else. That's very much how I feel when my family tells me not to do something.
I'm also looking to get away from that weirdo that lives in the closet here.
Huh?
Hmm.
He looks dead.
You know, if you don't acknowledge him, he won't speak to you.
Oh. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this?
Don't worry about him. He's furniture for all intents and purposes at the moment.
Fucked up.
Alright.
He's, shall we say, a silent owner in the inn down in the village. The same one that Arno owns. Hart owns.
Oh, well. I'd say if he was dead, he'd most likely be silent.
No, he's not dead. Just very, very, very still.
Mostly.
Until he isn't.
Okay. You gotta remember, out of character here, on your character sheets, like when you're looking at your weapons, like, cause in combat, it's an action to draw your weapon, to sheath your weapon, or, switch from one-handed to two-handed. So make sure you are how you want to be. Like, I gotta draw my pistol. Also, if you're on the actions tab on your character sheet, then below strikes there is the actions. If you click on browse, there's a whole bunch of shit there, and that you can drag and drop onto your character sheet. Stuff like climb. Some of the obvious ones that you would use a decent amount. Demoralize, which is the in-combat intimidation thing.
There we go. So, adventurers, what are you up to?
Well, we've made the perhaps unfortunate decision to go into the forest beyond the barrier and see for ourselves what we are told we oughtn't to.
There's a flower. If I can find this flower, it's supposed to go in the forest somewhere around here. If I can craft this into one of my alchemical bombs, and it will make everyone throw up a lot.
That sounds amazing. So wait, you're going into the forest beyond the barrier, or you're going out into the wildlands, or like into the northern forest is the one spot you're told not to go.
I think I think that's up to my companions.
We were gonna go that way.
Yeah.
That way. So all right. So for all intents and purposes here, let me check on the map here.
Unless you have a quest for us on this first awkward adventure.
Who's got a quest? What are you talking about? Quest? Nobody in Bannerville goes beyond the barrier. We're a peaceful little community of artisans, tradespeople, merchants. You know, we enjoy a lot of very skilled and knowledgeable, you know, retirees. Some even former adventurers themselves. This is an idyllic and peaceful place to live, and it's hard to get a piece of the action for outsiders.
God, they talk so much. Those retirees. That's all they do. Just story after story after story.
Well, that's just it. A lot of them have rumors and stories, and there's things that people know about what's out there. You know, to a certain degree. What's on the map is stuff that is effectively known. So, including the town and lake that's sort of south and beyond the barrier there, that would be something that you could ask about. But what you would know is this road here is the only road through, and that's the official sort of barrier gate. There is a gate there that is open all the time. There's not an actual physical gate there because the magic effectively works as a boundary. They just, that's the don't cross this line spot. Usually they put a man on it to, shoo away troublesome kids and stuff. But everybody effectively knows the rule, and nobody really has too much interest in going out there, except for crazies like you.
Alright.
Forsyth, you know the town better than the rest of us. Do you think there's anyone that looking for some tasks? We're looking for something to do.
I mean, I think old Farmer Groff's sheep went missing the other day, and if you wanted to walk 3 miles in any particular direction to find it, that's a sort of local quest.
Immediately draws his gun.
I don't think it will require the use of a pistol, though I could always be mistaken. You could
sheep.
Well, you asked if there were any sort of local quests, and I'm telling you that's about the caliber of them that you'll find around here. Unless you make your own adventure in Bannerville, there's not a lot waiting for you.
Maybe these sheep are being slaughtered by some weird monster. I like it. Let's do it. Is it by the forest? I hope so.
The sheep? The farm is just out of town, but the sheep, I should tell you, the sheep go missing once or twice a week. There's one or two that wander off and just take a few days to come back. It's not particularly unusual.
It's definitely.
What's the reward each time we bring back the sheep?
The reward is the good feeling in your heart that you get when you help a man of Farmer Groff's kindness.
What's the reward if we bring back meat we found? that may or may not be sheep to the
That
end.
was once perhaps a sheep. I would say the reward is not even the good feeling in your heart for helping someone of Farmer Groff's stature.
I
Yes.
feel good when I
But
eat it.
the reward we bring back of the head of the monster that's stealing and eating the sheep is even greater than all of this. That's what we'll do. Let's
Francis
go.
says there's a monster.
There's
I myself will pay you a reward if you can find a monster out there that is stealing and eating sheep.
monsters
Dan-
come in all shapes.
Danik,
and
make
forms.
a perception check for me, if you would. Here in the ghostly hand.
So I figured out I can't do anything to the character sheet if it's popped out, so that's why I was having some difficulties. Good
First
start.
roll of the game is a 1. Everyone,
Paul, you're really on perfect form tonight. Bravo.
thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
Starting off with a bang.
So,
That wasn't
starting.
me.
No.
that wasn't me.
In fact, why don't the rest of you make perception checks as well? Danik is definitely way too interested in this mutton money to be paying any attention to what's going on in the ghostly hand.
Don't notice shit.
No, you don't even realize that, like, you know, there's a fellow
Oh, I'll start off with
underground
one.
ending bar.
Yes,
Yes.
Holy shit, guys!
yes.
Get him out of the way, right?
Come on, Milo.
Yeah. These guys are. You know what? That's perfect. These guys are entirely lost.
Okay.
Oh,
We
I
still
rolled
beat-
higher, but got worse.
You got
It's
better.
going very well.
what's that? What's
Well-
this key information you were gonna give us?
There's a monster.
Nothing.
There's a
Nothing.
monster.
There's a goblin with like a short bow over his shoulder that just is shaking his head as he walks by your table. He might have hesitated and stopped for a second, and he's like, "Nah." He just walks on
like-
by. Hearing
like,
what you guys are
you-
talking about.
No.
He's like, you should have played me.
I'm better off on my own.
Let's go. Let's get this
Danik already complained about the dead-looking guy in the closet.
sheep-eating monster. Let's get it.
All right.
I bet it's large.
So, are you heading out to the farms on the far corner of town, or maybe to the barrier gate?
I mean, at this point, I don't know which I am more opposed to. Going across the barrier that I've been told not to for my entire life.
Convinced.
Or going off to rescue a sheep that I know perfectly well is happily eating weeds in some other part of the valley.
I'm convinced there's a monster, so I'm going with the sheep. I'm
You
going
know what? I
after
could go for a nice stroll. Why don't we go look?
Yeah,
for-
no, it's we should save the sheep.
We're not going to eat Farmer
It's
Groff.
shocking that guy's making sure his pistol's loaded.
it. You know, monster
All
always
right.
starts with the cattle, but then it always
Well-
ends with the farmer.
Farmer Groff is usually somewhere on that edge of town. If you want to head that way to look for him.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it takes a few minutes to walk through town and just get out there a few more minutes through the fields. It's like a 2-mile walk maybe from where you start, and
I'm in hell.
but you sure enough see. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
sneaky.
He's moving from fence post to fence post.
But you know what? Doing it well enough that aside from your compatriots, no one else really notices. Like, you pass by some carts and things like that, and people are like, "Oh, hey, Forsyth, how's it going?" You get a couple of nods. Who's your fur friend? But nobody seems to notice you. So yeah, you get out to around where you would expect to see him. Roll some perception checks.
Okay.
Come on, lads. We can do better than this.
Oh,
Yes, we can do better.
sure enough. Farmer Groff
There we
is-
go.
yeah, Farmer Groth is leaned up against a tree. He looks to be reading a book. And there's a herd of sheep. Look well fed, though they have thin growth on them. They were sheared not too long ago, it looks like. Plodding about in a little meadow at the edge of some farmland.
How many sheep did you say were supposed to be here, Forsyth? You seem to be the expert.
I'm decidedly not an expert in Farmer Groff's sheep. Perhaps you could ask him. He's just there.
I'll ask him. So, Mr. Farmer,
Oh, good afternoon.
have you seen this
How may I
monster
help you?
that's taken your sheep?
What? What monster? What are you talking about? Is there... Forsyth, right? What are you talking about?
Yes, good afternoon, Farmer Groff. I had heard that one of your sheep went wandering the other day.
Oh, Lulabelle, yeah, she wanders like crazy, but she's, she came back. Normally does.
Yes, I thought that might be the case, but my friend here is convinced that she was taken by a monster that is imminently threatening your flock.
I mean, I haven't seen anything like that. Should I be worried? Do I need to get them back,
Yes.
back to the
Definitely,
stockyard?
You should.
No.
Yes.
It's entirely quite
We
all
live
right.
in dangerous times.
Where my dice
I
at?
do apologize for the scare, Farmer Groff, and I appreciate your time. Is there anything else we might help you with while we're here and at your disposal?
He stands up and he's like tucks his book into like a leather satchel and he like throws it over his shoulder. And he pulls out like a bell and he like rings a little bit. He's like, "No, I didn't need anything. Like what kind of monster is it?"
We haven't
Farmer Groff,
found it
is-
yet.
there is no.
Did something got through the barrier? Has something got through the barrier?
There's nothing has gotten through the barrier. I can assure you everything is quite alright. There are doubts that there even is a monster since Lulabelle is here. Whole, fine. Valeros.
Brenton.
Well,
Brenton.
all the same, Brenton.
Your name is still Valeros.
It's still changing. I don't know how to stop it.
All the same. I think I'll get the girls in for the day. It's a little early. They're going to be a little angry about it come the morning, but I don't know. You made me nervous.
Well, I apologize for causing you any worry, Farmer Groff. That was not our intent.
Okay, well, keep an eye out. You guys be safe.
Thank
And
you.
he,
You as well.
He starts to try and gather up the sheep and head them on home.
Don't let the dwarf shoot any of the sheep.
Is this his awesome stealth roll? Is that what we're saying right here? He's been here the whole time.
The whole time, secretly waiting.
Well, this was less than exciting.
Yes, I rather thought it might be, but here we are.
You're sure there is no monster out there?
Quite sure. Incredibly sure. And of course, now that I've said that, there is going to be a monster, because that's just how this works, isn't it?
I'd like to check for traps. Or tracks. Sorry, not traps. Tracks. Monster tracks.
Survival 14. Yeah, you find plenty of hoof tracks from the sheep. Obviously, everywhere. The whole little bit of the meadow is pretty turned up. And some boot prints from Farmer. Right in that area there, but nothing else. Some other animal tracks. Actually, some paw prints.
I key in on one of the boot prints, and then I follow it and I'm like staring down at it, and then I almost like run into the back of the farmer.
That is correct. That is, yeah. He's trying to round up his sheep, and you are making an ass of yourself. There is no, for all intents and purposes, there's no adventuring to be had in Bannerville.
Yeah.
It is a passive zone.
To the forest, then. I'm sure, but these sheep get close enough to the forest. We need to make sure nothing takes them.
Oh boy!
What is this line? This white line right here.
That is the barrier wall.
Okay.
And so what it is it's a magical barrier that has been there for centuries. Like it's essentially, it coincides with the founding of the Russell homestead, which then led to the founding of Bannerville and the whole, this whole little valley.
We didn't even really get into that when Paul. We played a couple of sessions, kind of in this village area. Me, Milo, and Matt Samuelson.
Yeah, it was like I think it was only one. Oh, was it one? Did we even get two out of that?
I
think
thought it was two.
Just one.
Was it only one? Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of map work for something that didn't get off the ground.
Well,
so
then I'm glad it is getting
why
more use.
Exactly. Well, I'll probably. I'm sure Milo is going crazy and wants to upload like a better image of it. Now it's like, this is my bad cell phone camera version. You can see minis I'm weighing it down with.
I showed it to Sandra. I was like, look, Milo actually drew this, and you can see the shadows of whatever Matt used to hold it down.
That's Godfrey up in the left by the compass, Rose. All right. But there is a stone wall that's been built here, kind of like mortared natural stones. More as a marker for the townsfolk than as a fortification.
And up here, this is like a thick forest.
Yeah, that is a thick forest, and it is entirely off limits by order of the Russell family, like officially, who sort of oversee the common peace.
So wait a minute. You come into the town, and every way you try to leave the town is off limits. Have I entered a prison?
No, you can take the roads one way or the other. The roads are perfectly safe.
Yeah. The forest is sacred to the Fae. They have their side of it, and the other races keep to their side of it. And as long as that sort of balance and peace is maintained, then the barrier that protects Bannerville and the Forsyth estate, not the Russell estate, excuse me, remains.
Someday we can only hope.
That pact is sort of known within the Crownlands too, because the forest extends well into the western border of like the settled territories, and it's off limits there too. So that would be the same rule for several miles east.
What happens if you break this rule?
The creatures in the forest, have domain there. So, I mean, people go in, and some of them, get by just fine. But more often than not, they don't. They just get, the material races killed on sight, or is what the stories are and things like that. You go into the forest, you don't come out, kind of thing. But the Russells maintain it as like their, as like the law of their territory, out of respect for the magic that it preserves.
I almost played a Fae Summoner.
I did think about it as part of that, but this seems more.
I've been thinking about that for Kingmaker too. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool.
All right then, let's take a peek at the forest.
Very well, if we must. I think it's a bad idea, but
just rub here.
The off limits forest.
Yeah, we'll go
So
up there.
that's a couple miles of sort of open field between, and a couple of low hills before you get to the forests there,
Yeah.
the tree line edge.
Keep your eyes out for that monster, though. I'm sure it's around here.
Yes.
Certainly.
I haven't seen anything that would show Brenton to be wrong yet, so
Yeah.
I will also keep my eyes out.
When we get close, I want to look for any tracks in and out of the forest.
Go ahead and make a survival check. Also, when you get near to the tree line, you notice another shepherd. He's got a small herd of goats, and they seem to be kind of walking in your direction, sort of. I guess you'd call it sort of southwest along the tree line. Your survival check. So where you approach the tree line, you see this little goat herd in the distance, but you notice there are tracks, old ones and fresh ones alike, mostly small animal tracks, hooves and paw prints. You do see a couple of footprints, humanoid footprints.
I will. I'll call out.
They're fairly old looking.
I'll try to see which animal types I've seen, and
Okay.
any predator
So-
animals.
Predatory animals, if you're looking specifically for that, probably nothing bigger than a fox.
That's not very exciting.
You call out to the goat herd.
Yeah, excuse me, sir, ma'am.
She raises her arm, and
I still
Give
say
me a wave.
sir, ma'am.
you're kind of distant, but it's nothing else out here. They can hear you that you're yelling at them.
Seen anything worrisome here near the forest? We're on the lookout.
Out here? No,
Yes.
no one comes out here. That's why I like to bring the goats this way. It's part of the village lands, and she kind of throws a head back towards the estate because you've come a little far away from the town now. And Forsyth, you recognize this gal. She's the one of the goat herds. She keeps tends a flock of goats as well as a couple of cows, and some other animals with her husband, and they have a son, a teenager. But yeah, they work. They're villains. They work on the estate.
They're villains.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're heroes. We take out villains.
That's
Somebody's so.
no, Brenton, no. Hey, no.
I draw my gun.
No, oh dear.
Villains where?
There are no villains here. There are only these poor people who are just trying to do their jobs. Good evening, Evelyn. I'm terribly sorry for the trouble. Please disregard all of this and enjoy your evening. Pardon us. I apologize
Hi, sir.
for my compatriots.
So,
No problem. Do you need anything?
Oh no, thank you very much, Evelyn. I'm quite all right.
Yeah,
As
Come back for a
matter-
cup of tea or anything.
I would love that. That sounds delightful and refreshing. But we're off to go adventuring, I think.
there are no villains. There are no monsters. Today really sucks.
We take a great deal of pride in keeping this village safe. Everything is probably outside of the barriers. We could go to the wastelands. I suppose we could go in the forest, but we aren't going to find anything within the village. That is rather the point.
Then I march into the forest.
It's
Oh,
mighty
God.
suspicious to me. Since I left the Sky Castle of Jorgenfist, I've not found an area.
The what?
The Sky Castle. It's the above ground castles that the dwarves have built. You'll have to get familiar with this before Kingmaker. But
Oh, you didn't make that up just there because that was so good.
no, Sky Castles are real.
I just like Jorgen Fist.
No. Sorry. Since I left the Sky Castle, the Dragon Fist, all these lands have been more dangerous than the rest. And I come here to this idyllic land, full of sheep that just get lost. I don't trust it.
Yes, it's pastoral. That's really what we're going for here.
Yes.
It's quiet and it's safe. And
Lots of people go for lots of things. Doesn't mean it's true. What do you think, Brenton?
I'm going to the forest.
I'll follow Brenton.
oh, finally, someone
He has a wise head on his shoulders.
Okay, he's going in the forest. You notice when you get up to the trees and basically step through the first line of trees, that as the line of trees or the tree line is bizarrely it's weirdly aligned. There seems to be a point to where the trees aren't coming out even a few feet past this point, and they all within about a 5-foot space seem to stop dead at the edge of this wood. And it bends a little bit out and back and forth in the distance, but you get the sense if you approached into those sort of bulges and areas, it would be sort of similar. Kind of a line. Nothing weird happens or anything. It's not like you don't feel anything strange as you walk in.
And there's no stumps. This isn't groomed like that. It's there's something more than natural. Maybe
you could take that impression from it. But yeah, there aren't any stumps. So if that's a conclusion you would draw it, draw it away. The trees are pretty dense though. As soon as you walk in, and so it's low light. In the woods, once you get in past the first 20 feet or so. Does that affect any of your visions? Forsyth is an elf, full elf, yeah.
full elf.
I like that switch, by the way. I've been trying to think man, full elf mechanically is what you got to do, but
Yeah.
Every once in a while you gotta.
Let's just make elves and call them humans, and just say they're half elves.
Yeah.
Kind of 75% elves.
Yeah.
We're gonna get really eugenic with this.
By the way, you in Pathfinder, you can make a half elf or half orc with any other race.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's
it
cool.
Doesn't
it's
have to be.
Why not? It's all mechanics.
It doesn't have to be human, half elf. It can be half, catfolk, half elf.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some
orc gnome. That'd be interesting.
We won't get into the mechanics of creating said creature.
Someone somewhere. So yeah, you march into the forest. What's your vision situation, Brenton?
My vision?
Mm-hmm.
Dark.
You get dark vision also. You took the beat for that?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So then everybody's not worried about that.
Nope.
Make some perception checks.
I sense danger. I changed into my hybrid form, so I look more wolf.
Have we ever seen you do that?
Are we friends? If we friends have done this before, then yes. Have we gone adventuring before, or are we brand new meeting each other?
I'm gonna say we are friends, but we're towny friends. I don't think I've ever adventured with you before.
Have we ever
I'm pretty new to this town.
Drunk?
I'm playing this town. Yes.
Then yes, we have definitely seen this.
Well, that part's a yes.
Then
Okay.
we've definitely seen this.
All right. 6 drinks in, you grow hair.
Danny can see a squirrel. Brenton, as your wolf ears grow, They pick up on stirrings in the forest. You've probably come about we'll say about 40 feet in, past the tree line now, and Danik might have seen a squirrel, but it went quiet pretty quick. And you hear something moving, maybe another 50 feet or so ahead.
I hear something. I don't know what I hear.
You hear something, but you can't see through the trees. It sounds, well, I guess the 26 is pretty good.
How far, you say?
Well, 19. 50 feet ahead.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit out. There seems to be something moving through the brush. Not running.
I try to move up close with my ears, and then I start sniffing a little bit as I get closer.
Okay.
And I use.
Um,
Did that post or no?
Okay, so I
did.
try to move up another 20 feet or so. Animal senses, scent. Oh, nice. All right. Is that something that you can use like as part of a perception check, or is it just you can just smell stuff?
I think it's like, yeah, it's perception. Like it's like like a vision. It's like a sense. So it's like either dark vision or it's like a.
Well, you know you're sniffing for something, so let me see here. Roll a d12.
Alright. That's the bottom.
Nine. Okay, give me just a second here, folks. All right. Yeah, you smell. You catch a scent that is a dead ringer for the goats. That you had smelled before, and actually, but at this point, I would even say they're not so far off. It was only a few minutes ago that you can smell the goats even outside of the forest, or rather, the lingering scent of the goats on Danik, who approached and questioned the poor Evelyn there. And so this is similar to that, but muskier and perfumed. There's like a floral perfumery to it, and but like straight goat musk covered in floral perfume. And the movement is it's measured, coming towards you.
Quickly.
Sounds
Hide.
Sounds like footsteps.
I try to hide it in a bush.
Hey. You try to hide in a bush. Let me see about setting up. What do you call GM? Oh, look at that private GM roll. Nice. That's so easy. So easy.
I beat question mark every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You duck under this bush, and the footsteps get. You hear footsteps maybe come about 2 steps closer and then stop about 10 feet ahead of you. And a voice calls out, I can see you.
Damn it, Danik, I told you to hide.
Please, rise. I want no violence. Why have you crossed into the forest?
I smelled a goat. Did someone lose their goat?
Are you a goat?
Yep. Okay. So now that he's out in front of you, Infection stepped out in front of you. Yes, a satyr has stepped out from behind the trees.
Yep.
He is wearing a little wreath of some white flowers around his head, and some white and pink flowers kind of in a garland around his shoulders. And he's carrying a gourd in one hand, and he looks rather perturbed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a goat. I meant we saw goats, and we thought someone lost a goat in here.
No, if you're talking about the herder woman, she keeps her goats to the other side of the line. As I thought everyone in the town knew to do.
Well, we did not bring our goats across the line.
He points with the hand with the bottle gourd, points at you, Forsyth. He's like, one of your blood should know better.
I apologize for our incursion, of course, but I wanted to see what was out here. There are generations of my family who have been telling me not to go into these woods, and I hope you will forgive some idle curiosity.
There are paths that should be known to your elders. Seek their guidance if you must, but to keep the peace, you must stay out of the forest.
I had always thought that satyrs were a bit more fun, and that you might encourage some foraging beyond the paths, especially those of our elders.
Oh, shit.
He knocks back the gourd and he goes, I was in the middle of having some fun until I got the summons to come check on some wanderers who have crossed into where they shouldn't be. I'd like to get back to the nymphs that I left by the grove, but something's tying me up.
Our apologies. By all means, feel free to return to your fun. We won't take up more of your precious time.
Are you sure they're nymphs and not succubuses?
Important question.
It doesn't really matter to him, does it?
There's danger. We want to help.
Mortals should keep to their side of the tree line. We can handle the dangers within the forest ourselves.
There's no adventure today. I'm going home.
Fickle one, isn't he? Out of the forest.
And I wish you safe travels.
Can't go in the forest.
Return never, friends.
Can't stop a monster eating sheep. There's no missing goats. There's no succubuses. Man, today is lame.
There was a party with nymphs that if we had tried, we might have been able to go to. But
He wasn't gonna let us at his party. I called him a goat. I didn't mean to.
It's too late to find out, isn't it? Some of us could have gone to the party.
I messed that up at the start.
You did. The rest of us didn't, but you did.
How would I know I smell a satyr as the same as a goat? I mean...
Well, now you've smelled the difference, haven't you? Next time you'll be able to tell it's a satyr and not a goat.
Oh, so close to the same. You don't understand. It was like... yeah.
Well, next time you smell a perfumed goat, it is either your normal Saturday night date or a satyr.
I guess that's true.
So you guys leave the forest. You're turned out of the forest. Back out into the plains there. The evening is falling because it's a few miles across. It's the fields here, so you've done a good bit of walking.
All right, listen. I know it's getting late. I know nothing has happened today, and I understand you wanted some action, all right? So, look, there's supposed to be this cave down by the lake to the south, and I don't know what's in it, but I suspect something is, because everyone has always stayed away from it, and no one ever mentions it in the same way that they talk about the forest all the time. So whatever's in there has got to be interesting.
We missed
could try that.
Have we missed the thread here that the white line drawn on the map is the barrier? There's a gate that you guys have permission to go through to adventure west of the barrier.
Yeah.
The forest is off limits for independent reasons. For story boundary purposes. To be fair though, you can go there. It's just way above your level.
I see. There's a little red skull that's floating over the entrance to the cave.
You know, the cave is south. If you're looking at the map and you're looking down there, I guess Forsyth, you would probably know. About a century or so ago, there was an attempt to make a town or like really actually settle. Some famine back in the Eastern Kingdoms like drove out tons and tons of refugees that were just like, well, we'll actually enforce go out and settle a little bit further east past this barrier, right? Because it's not like crazily infested monster territory. It's just untamed, wildlands and dangerous. So they figured, well, we'll make a go of it. It did not last. So the ruins of that village goes by the name of Hallow Goat. Can be found down there near to the lakefront. And yes, there is a cave down there. There's some maps and things and stories described from that time, so people know this. This is where you get this information. There are some weird, ruins and rocks. Like, what you see on the map is what you see on the map. Your adventuring lands, effectively, is, this away.
To the east.
Yeah.
To the west. Let's go.
You guys didn't get that at all.
No, got it. I got it. Did no one else get it?
No, not one bit.
Well, that's where Forsyth was pushing you guys the whole time. That's what I thought.
This way.
God, let's get out of yes.
Alright.
Out into the world, please.
Oh my god!
Lead the way.
I'm like, are these guys just fucking with me? What is going on?
Better be a monster.
I suspect we will find many monsters, as many your thirst as we wish.
Out of character, this is why, Matt, I thought we were starting with the story thing that I paid $5 for.
No, I know. Well, I mean, I have it. We were on the other side of the barrier, on the other side of the clear. Start adventuring here line. There was going to be adventure.
There is safety here and not beyond this line. Should you wish to find it.
Okay, well.
Episode 0.
There is no story in these characters yet besides Forsyth to take us anywhere. We need more guidance to begin.
Mm-hmm.
Lead the way.
All right, let's. God, now that it's almost dark, out we go into the dusk, off into the sunset, to begin our adventure.
Okay, so still feeling a little revived and refreshed, and not worrying about rest and fatigue. You make your way to the actual gate that leads out into the Western Marches proper, the wildlands there. And at the gate, actually, as you approach it, there's actually a bit of noise going on. There's like 3 guys that seem to be having an argument, or a friendly argument. I don't know. You're at a distance. You catch Cow, and 1,500. All right.
That's a big number for a cow. Get closer. See what do some casual eavesdropping.
All right, so yeah, you get a little closer. These guys definitely sound drunk. They're standing right by the gate through to the marches. and they're arguing about like the weight of a cow and how much a guy could lift effectively. One guy says he could lift this cow. The other one's like, cows weigh, like 1,500 pounds and kid never lift a cow. You're an asshole. That's the argument going on.
Are they just regular people who are having this is the way they're entertaining themselves this afternoon?
Seems like it, yeah. Seems like it, yeah. You actually notice there's a couple of jugs. One guy's holding one. There's another one sitting at another guy's feet. Seem to be tying off the afternoon. If you get once you get fairly close, because that's where you're headed, they all kind of turn towards you and kind of stop a little sway and be like, "Hey, how are y'all doing? Yeah, I can't go this way."
We have permission to leave. Thank you, lads.
What do you mean, permission to leave? No one's got permission to leave.
I do. As a member of the Russell family, I can assure you I can pass through or be on these lands as much as I like. We also have a leave of absence from the aldermen, which I believe we have right here.
So as you mention who you are, like all three of them kind of go, they're like, oh, and the two, there's one guy who's clearly shoulders above the other two, so the two littler guys kind of look at their buddy and they give him an oh kind of a look, and he kind of turns around and he steps over to the doorway and he picks up a pretty hefty stick. Called a walking stick, but it's thick and it looks like it's been coated over with resin a couple of times, right? And he kind of just throws it up over his shoulder and he goes, "Now you look here. The aldermen's who put me on charge of watching the door and making sure nobody goes out into the wildlands, see?"
Yes.
So I think I would know who's got permissions and whose isn't, and I beg in your pardon, me fancy lord, sir. But nobody gets through this door without my say-so.
How about we make you say so?
Oh, God.
Are you holding out the paper?
Yes, I was going to be. It was like this. We have this right here from the alderman. Can you even? It's here.
I unsheath my bastard sword.
Oh, seriously?
I unsheath it. I pull it out. Yes.
Brenton.
When you do that, the two little guys are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and the big guy lowers the club a little bit, and he kind of leans in at the paper. And he looks at it and he goes, I can't. Yeah, Tony, I can't read. You know, he was like, "I'm not coming over there. What are you talking about?" I'm not supposed to. He sobers up real quick. I'm not supposed to let anybody out of here. And
well, I have it on good authority, both from the alderman and myself, that you are perfectly allowed to let us through this gate, and I suggest you do so before my enthusiastic friend here makes you do so.
For the sake of it, Brenton, give me an intimidation check.
That's the one skill I didn't train.
Why are you bluffing like this if you don't have intimidation? My man, I'm backing you up here.
Because just pulling the weapon out is intimidating enough.
You puppy.
It is.
You little puppy, you.
You're +0. God damn it.
Plus, I want some exercise.
Stop wagging your tail at them. This is not intimidating.
He shifts the grip on his staff into both hands again, and kind of flexes his grip on it a little bit. And he looks at the sword and he goes, "I really don't take kindly to being threatened." Forsyth, make a what's the good one? Diplomacy for what you tried to recover there. Yeah, killed it. But I ain't gonna raise no trouble with no Russells. And if you say you got the alderman's approval, it's gonna be on your head. He'll step out of the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you will.
The line of communication out here is horrible.
Right. So you guys cross through, and again, don't feel anything of any kind of magical whatever, but you make it. You walk through a hole in the wall, and out the other side onto a dirt road, which visibly went from like really well manicured and maintained.
Yeah, I step
just-
uncomfortably close to that man as on the way out.
Well, one of these like
Yeah,
looking up into his.
and I appear to be unarmed.
Sure.
I'm wearing leather armor. I'm wearing fine clothes. I spent 3 fucking gold. I'm wearing very nice clothing. But and then leather armor with the fine clothing. But I do not have any visible weapons except for a small dagger on my belt.
Are you trying to make an intimidation check, or are you just...
No. I mean, if you want me to roll it, I will. I'm happy to. It'll go better than Paul. But
he eyeballs you right back. He goes, "Watch your step, little man."
I'm not little where it counts.
Wait, he's calling me little?
No, he's talking to Danik now, because Danik's like up in his nose like this, so he looks right back down at him. He steps into it effectively. Bonus upside. But yeah, no, when you say that, he laughs.
Did we
You
give
made
his
a foul.
name? Did he give us his name?
No, he has a friend named Tony.
Do I know who this is? Have I seen this particular lug before?
Yeah. I would say that you recognize him. Roll a... What would it be?
Society. It'd be society.
Society. Roll a society.
Society is the new local.
All right.
I have pretty good society.
Yeah. Oh wow, Brenton, you don't know who this guy is, but you get the sense that he's like kind of local bully thug, harmless, actually probably, like not a bad person, just big and strong and a little egoistic about it.
That role is to remember who he is.
Oh,
no.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, I'll make that roll too.
That is what I'm trying to remember.
I didn't lock him in as well. I only saw up his nose, but
Okay. Yeah, his name is Borden, Bordin. Borden Cliff, Cliff, like Cliff. Last names.
got like a week to stat him up.
Yep.
Before we come back to fight and kill him.
Hard end of 10 o'clock. I was giving you guys a drunken brawl just for the hell of it. And nope. We're gonna do blood or nothing. All right. Well, you're on the other side of the wall now.
We made it. We made it to the side of the wall.
I can go a hair logger if you guys
Fight
can.
is free.
He is.
Okay. The sun.
He is.
The sun is still in the sky, but it is getting a little lower on the horizon. It's actually a gorgeous sunset as you emerge to the other side of the wall, because you are heading west and you're facing straight towards it. So the skies are lit up in oranges and and like lavenders and great. As you make your way out along. You can go along the road a spell. You notice that there's a river some distance south, and that leads to the lake and cave and town situation that the Forsyth has now clued you guys in about. And then there's the road itself kind of leading straight. Yeah, you guys got... I mean, the map is actually bigger than what you guys would have like visual range on. I think actually in terms of hex size, when we really start hexing this out, it's going to be like 6 mile hexes, and this distance range on this map, I'll adjust a little bit. But like Bannerville is like 1 hex. The Forsyth Estate and a little bit of the forest edge around it is 1 hex. You guys kind of moved through a hex there in like the Northern Fields area up to the forest. So now you are kind of out in sort of the exiting hex, or there's a hex here that you guys have come into. And it's plains with a busted old road. You guys want to make some survival checks or perception checks? And I'll ask you to choose which one you want to make. Make either or until I figure out a consistent mechanic for this, rather than have everybody doing both. Are you looking around for what's going on right now, or are you looking around at terrain?
My perception is way better unless you roll a 1.
Yeah. That's been a lot of that in terms of perception. Ooh, okay. Lower rolls across the board. So yeah, dusk, in the failing light. That's when the vision's at the worst. So you don't see anything of interest really going on. The terrain seems fairly quiet. Brenton, you're seeing a lot of those same tracks that you've kind of seen earlier. General wildlife. You get the sense that creatures do pass through here. You spot a rabbit.
What's the most recent tracks?
The most recent tracks of any note actually seem to come from hooved animals, and a good amount of them. And you find them on the road.
I want to follow that.
Okay. They are. They look kind of like the sheep tracks from earlier, but a little larger. And so, yeah, they just lead. They actually lead down the road, kind of in the direction if you were to just follow the road.
All right, I'll follow the road.
Okay.
Those.
The tracks?
Yes.
Some hooved animal, maybe sheep, goat, something around those sizes. Doesn't smell like goat.
Are you still in? Are you in Wolfie form right now?
Yeah.
Were you in Wolfie form when you approached the drunks at the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a little different altogether. He probably wouldn't have even bothered to size you up. He's been like, the fuck? Okay, so you follow the tracks for a while, and then eventually the skies kind of turn to a darker purple, and it starts to actually get dark. And you see, once it gets dark, you see actually a flickering light in the distance, several hundred feet away. Generally in the direction that you're headed. You start to catch glimpses of, flickering light. And you continue along your way towards it, presumably, unless you're going to say something else that would change anything. Okay. As you get closer, the light seems to be a torch. You start to hear the sounds of like footfalls and animal kind of like braying. It's soft. But eventually you'll come headlong into a third shepherd, a man leading a herd of llamas. They look to be llamas.
We're such a center of agriculture, aren't we?
Llamas. That's... Man, I gotta work on my tracking skills.
You're past the forbidden wall.
I know it. I got permission.
From
Borden. What's it to you?
Where's your writ?
Oh, that sounds good.
Make a deception check.
I'm
Oh, you're
genuinely
oh,
asking
you're just
where
asking
his
for the
is
rip.
fit.
Where's yours?
Here.
Oh shit!
I want to see that. He grabs it. And
Hey,
looks at it.
Hands off!
you're getting
Actually
awful
has your
handsy.
name on it. He sees the name Russell. He goes, "Oh," he hands it back.
Thank you.
I
And
goes,
you're rich?
Yeah. See, I don't necessarily have paperwork as much. Look, look. There's enough cattle trying to compete for the pasture lands on the inside of the valley. All right, I bring these babies out here. The grass. There's no competition for it effectively, right? They get full bellies. Look at these coats. This fleece fetches a heck of a price back east. Uh, you know, maybe you look the other way on me being out here, and we can help each other out. It's not exactly safe territory. You all look like you can handle yourselves clearly and have the permission, so somebody thinks that you're intended to be out here. One of my prize studs went missing.
Congratulations, Brenton. There is a missing farm animal for us to rescue. Your dreams have come true.
I lose a couple of these every season. I lose a couple of them to the wildlife, to the animals out here and the creatures, but this is the second one in a fortnight, and I have a feeling something's targeting the herd. If you could track down, whatever it was that took my baby, I would make it worth your while. I mean, that would save the rest of my herd here. I could pay you for it.
How much?
Let's see, the gold value ratio in this is pretty hefty, huh?
It is. Switch gold to silver, basically.
Okay. Look,
For quick purposes, I'm sure it's different than that, but that'll work for now.
so Forza, do you actually? I don't know if you know this guy particularly, but you recognize the animals. These are really kind of noted golden alpacas. That they're sort of prized, for the town, and you probably even have something made of their fleece, back home or whatever.
Yes,
So
my favorite winter slippers made of alpaca.
there it is. So you're not surprised when the man offers 10 gold pieces, if you can track down and kill, whatever it is attacking his herd.
That seems acceptable. This deal that you have with Borden, though, sneaking out beyond the barrier whenever you like, that stops.
Well, with all due respect, that's not entirely your purview. Come on. I mean, this is why I have the herd that I have. If I can't come back out here, what do I need you to take care of this creature for? I might as well save my gold. Realized mid-argument there I had a better track I could take. I'm like, man, that one's not working. But this one, persuasive.
Forsyth, let's not be hasty. Brenton, I follow your lead from now on. You're right about the monsters taking. You're just wrong about the beasts they were taking. But your instincts are true.
Yes, I trust my animal instincts quite often.
I from now on will also trust your animal instincts.
We'll gloss over the part where he's weirded out by the werewolf man, and he'll just say he's really hip, and he's like, "You look like you've got good eyes for the dark, yeah? You see the gnarled oak over there?" And he points around a kind of a bouldery hill to a copse of trees, and there's one very distinguished, off the Berenstain Bears book cover, gnarled oak, right?
The oakiest of oaks.
Totally. And he's like, that's where we were grazing, when he disappeared.
Is there a
Very well. That's where we'll see it
carcass,
then.
or just any remains, or it just completely disappeared?
There, I looked around and I found some of his fleece. But that was it. That can get snagged on a bush or anything too. I mean, that's so I don't know what to make of that.
All right, we'll start our search there.
All right, if you have any luck, you can find me in Bannerville. I'm not going to be coming out here for a little while.
And this beast's name?
Jojo.
Jojo. Is this an alpaca or a llama? I get them mixed up.
Jojo's an alpaca. They're alpacas, of course.
Yes.
How could you be confused?
I am a great world traveler, and I have met so many different beings. How can I keep such things straight?
Well, that's the GM running the meta. Like, you thought they were llamas when you first approached, because this guy wanted to haughtily correct you.
Yeah. To me,
All right.
they smell like sheep. So let's go.
Your long-necked
It smelled
sheep.
delicious.
We will find your long-necked sheep.
All right, so you make your way towards the gnarled oak there. What do you want to do to check the area? What would you do to look for a missing alpaca?
Well, I will first look to see if I see any signs of struggle or anything, tracks, whatever, multiple different tracks. That's not very good. If I see anything, then I want to go investigate that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting Brenton lead the way. I'm not going to metagame and roll above his roll. We'd be letting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what you'd expect to see: tracks, dung, fleece. Caught on a thorny bush.
Okay.
Nothing really strikes you as out of the ordinary.
Then I will look to see the different directions. Oh god.
How about any animal trails around here? Any like paths that lead out of this particular clearing that go, like just the whatever little animal trails cross through this area?
Yeah, definitely. If you push like kind of around it, there's like an old like dry little thin creek bed that looks like a natural sort of game trail.
Brenton, come look at this. Come look over here in this area.
Okay. Do I get another roll to fail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where would you like? Perception or survival?
Dealer's choice. Or sorry, player's choice.
This is higher, but it won't matter if I roll ones. Or
It was so close to a 17. God damn it.
It's the same
Son of a
perception I rolled
bitch.
last time.
Do you need to like activate your scent ability? Is that a once per day thing? How does that work?
It's just I have it. It's like dark vision.
It's activated.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. Okay,
I-
you smell blood.
Ah. Okay.
That's huge, actually. That you get this instead of not getting this. Yeah, you walk into to that area there, and it's gotten dark. So even with your dark vision, it's kind of hard to tell with shadows and things. But you pick up a whiff of blood, coming from, down in the direction that this game trail seems to go. You go a little bit further down, and sure enough, you find a spot where, like, there's some blood that has dripped onto some of the old stones there in the little creek bed.
All right. Is it like a trail? Can we follow a trail of blood?
You now have something of a trail to follow. You can make another survival check to try and follow this trail.
Yep.
As night goes on.
God.
Yeah, You're in a wooded area now. I would say probably, actually, you kind of came a bit of a ways, so you might even be
I even have
about yay
even
far
an
out.
experienced tracker.
You can track while moving at full speed, but you're -5. So
This is supposed to be second nature to me.
no, your legend no, but not when you're on. Wow, ouch. So yeah, you.
This is why we are letting you lead the way.
How's it going up there, Brenton? It seems like we've passed this bush a few times before.
It's just gonna take a little longer.
I thought we were just going to that tree to the left that we
Do you
keep
need
not
some-
going to.
Some help, maybe?
Yes,
Yes, what? Yes to the tree or yes to the help?
the help.
Oh, all right.
Danik, will you roll a d20 and then go ahead and foresight whatever you're also rolling.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Brenton so that you get a +1. Not that will help you a lot, but it will help you some.
This gotta roll over a 5 at this point. Like, I can't roll over a 5.
Jesus.
It's like 5 rolls in a row under 5.
Boy.
Like, it's
One
just,
second.
it don't matter what we do with what plus.
Let's see. Roll, Brenton, roll a d10 for me.
See? Can't roll over a 5.
I mean, hopefully that's
I wanted
the
Brenton
number
to
of
roll it, not
monsters.
Valeros. He screwed it up. One.
I gotta figure out how that keeps changing too.
Yeah, I'll look at that in between games too.
Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on one second. As I set something up. I hope the Fog of War works for this. And this is all okay. How do I make no? Just make active. I bring everybody to it.
Yep.
Okay. So can you guys see your tokens?
Yes.
Can you see the little box that you're in?
Yes.
Can you see the rest of the map?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
the rest. I mean, yes.
Sorry, I can, but I don't count. I'm
I
different.
know that.
Well,
There-
trees.
There's lighting. There's lighting happening.
Yeah,
There's
trees.
lighting. Okay, so there's lighting effects, so like the trees are blocking and then creating shadows and stuff.
Correct.
All these
Nailed
are
it.
trees.
Got it in one.
I need to find
can turn
also-
GM vision off. Oh wait, no. That's giving you guys GM vision. Don't want to do that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's fine.
Okay. So you've got the lighting effects and things like that. So you've moved off this this creek bed a little bit, or along the edge of this this ditch, we'll say, through this copse of trees, and there are fallen trees here. And as you plod about, you step into some rocks that clatter away, and you hear the distinctive hissing of snakes that seem to be emerging from holes in the rocks.
Why?
Let's roll initiative. Do I have to make a combat encounter? I do.
Yes.
Encounter 1. Do I hit begin encounter yet, or do I let everybody roll initiative and then hit begin?
Roll initiative first.
Okay, great. And I'll get some baddies on the table here. Now, when I first drag something out onto the map, is it going to be visible? We'll find out, huh?
Yeah, that I'm not 100% sure on.
That's so cool.
You
So
see that guy?
ping combatant.
Ah!
That guy, I can see him, but let me right click. Yes.
And
Yes.
another guy.
Yes. They are
But they are
ball
in view.
pythons. Okay. Yeah, they're not dudes. But two ball pythons emerge, small snakes emerge from the rocks, and they look angry.
No, thank you.
And how do I roll initiative for them? Let's see.
This is cool. Is that ping for everybody?
On their character sheet on the left-hand side, down just a hair,
I got it.
initiative.
Yeah. One. And the other one.
Oh, damn.
Oh, all right. Well, that one's the one that gets the jump on you for sure. And I'm gonna say with all those terrible rolls, it's gonna get the jump on Brenton for sure. So that's all ordered. Okay. Beginning counter. His turn. What does he even get to do? All right. So he slithers forward and goes to bite at Brenton. Brenton does an 18 hit.
It does.
It does. All right. Strike that lists this action to list the grab in this action. It does. All right. So you are bit by this snake for 9 damage,
Damn.
and you are grabbed. It grabs your ankle.
No.
You can use an escape action to get out of the grab. It says it grabbed. Probably should have grabbed your hand or something. You can't strike creatures with something that's grabbed. That's interesting. Well, too late. All right. And that's its turn. Danik.
Danik, you will all learn this. So, first round of an encounter, he has this free thing that happens. You roll initiative, he gets a +2 on the initiative roll, which was already factored in. He drew his firearm for free, and first round for free, he moves 10 feet. And he is going to fire on that guy. Gonna take his first shot with his clan pistol. 24 to hit. That is
Absolutely. Which one are you shooting at?
the one in between, the one attacking.
Oh, the one attacking. Okay.
Yeah.
5 damage.
5 damage. Then second action is Raconteur's reload. So he reloads. So this action, his pistol is reloaded, and then I am also at that same one making a demoralized check. I yell at it.
Okay.
You need to make it's will DC.
Okay, you've got a -4 on this because it doesn't speak your language.
Cool.
So
11.
11. And it's a will save, eh?
Yep. Oh, your will DC is 14. But if I have a -4, that is a fail.
Oh, you have to do it against That's you. Oh, doing it against my will DC?
Yes. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's not a will save; it's a will DC.
Oh, you got to because you're using it to attack. You got to break my
Yep.
will defense. All right, the
I'm
snake
seeing
is
that now.
unbothered. It hurt. It got hurt, but it did not notice.
Hold on. I need to make attack, and then I got to step away for a second. So then, my second attack, with the penalty, looks like a miss. Okay, I'll be right back.
That is a miss. All right. Forsyth, it's a snake.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna hit the snake. I'm just gonna hit the snake. With my mace. I'm gonna hit the snake with my mace because it's right there. Does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you bring it down hard and fast. All right, 7 damage.
7 points of smashing on the
7 points of squish. You hit it. Yeah, it's a bloodied snake.
yuck.
He's hurt.
Yuck. Okay, tell me how to get away from the snake. Do I have to disengage in some way? Do I have to, or can I just
You have 3 actions, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So you did an
Yeah.
attack. If you're not going to keep attacking, then I would say that disengage, and then
stride,
Stride?
is the move, I
you
think.
get like 10 feet of movement or something like that.
Oh, I have 35 feet of movement.
Or okay, you get your movement up to your movement.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way. You attack.
Great.
You're going to disengage, and you're going to move away.
Another
Yes.
thing is, a lot of things, unless spec'd into, like via feet, don't get attacks of opportunity.
That's true.
So you could just usually, I would
In
doubt.
which case, I'm going to use the raise my shield action to cast shield on myself, and then I'm gonna go away.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any attacks of opportunity here with this guy. Okay. Well, Brenton, what are you going to do? There's a snake on your boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Well, you know what? We're gonna raise shield. And we're gonna strike at the snake. Twice. Is there anything, like, I'm grabbed, right? Is there conditions? Do I have any penalties here?
No, because I went for your foot and said that before I read the rule about how like you lose your ability to use the hand that you're wielding a weapon in. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You can't move. I'm gonna say that you can't move without breaking free of the grapple effectively. Whoa! Not gonna need to worry about it. Holy cow!
It's not two-handed.
All right.
Oh, yeah. 14 damage.
14 damage. You carve it in half handily. It is dead.
Dead, okay. So I've already... I said I already raised my shield. Okay, so then...
Terrible.
Then I move up to here.
Okay.
And that's it. I stride there.
You stride there. All right. If you step up to the other snake, it strikes at you. This time at your hands. Let's roll it public. I like
They're
that.
learning. The snakes are learning.
Right?
Hits.
23. Okay. So the monster automatically grabs the target until the end of the monster's next turn. The creature is grabbed by whichever body part the monster attacked with, jaw, and that body part can't use its trigger. Oh no, okay, it's not you, it's me. You're just grabbed, and it has no status effect to you. That hand thing made no sense. That was me. I can't bite something else while I'm biting you. That makes sense. 7 damage. You get bit.
Damn, almost dead.
You got what? You're almost dead? My God.
You
I
got
took
bit?
9 and 7. I took 16 damage.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna have to add more. I'm gonna have to swap in some healing spells. Is
I
what I'm
guess.
gonna have to do.
Attacks.
That's a lot of damage. And
That is a lot of damage.
I guess it gets multiple stuff too, doesn't it?
yeah, it can make multiple attacks. It's like everything else. It just gets the penalty.
Monster dealers lose any number of creatures grabbed or restrained. So, okay, make a fortitude save, please.
Okay.
DC 17. Boy, alright, you take another 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing wraps around your sword arm and starts to squeeze with incredible pressure onto your arm.
I'm down.
Alright. Holy cow. And okay, that was one action. Grabbed or restrained the person to escape. No, that's triggered. Okay. Yeah, but wouldn't really know effectively to like automatically uncoil from you, so we're gonna say it's essentially still doing that. Okay. The other one is dead. It is Danik's turn. He's reloading his gun. Forsyth, that other snake just straight up
Shit.
took out the werewolf.
What the hell, man? Okay. So one snake's down, correct?
One snake is down.
Fantastic.
Handily cleaved.
Delightful. I'm gonna go run up and stand over the dead body of the snake that my friend has handily murdered and cast stabilize, because it's all I got for you, bud. You lose the dying condition, though you remain unconscious at 0 hit points. There you go. Enjoy.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Let's pin it here. We're already half hour past our... Oh, if I click on you guys, I can actually see your vision. Oh, that's neat. Okay. We're already half hour past our hard stop time. Is Thursday on the table potentially to pick this back up and finish it?
I can't do Thursday. Sadly.
Okay, so you're doing your pop-ups right now so Thursday a hot day for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom, I think, is a hard nose on Wednesdays, right? Or his no can do's. Man, I mean,
Weirdly, I could do Friday of this week.
I am not sure about that. I could probably do a little bit maybe at some point Friday. Not sure. I gotta check. I think Renee's got the kids, and I got to do something else. Yeah, otherwise it'll just have to be next Tuesday, which is fine. I'm sorry that we spent so much time out in going in the wrong direction. I swear to God, I thought you guys were having a laugh. Like, you know, I sort of said it in the comments from the alderman in the Discord. I laid it out again, like real thick. Like, this is the place to go. Here's the gate in the barrier, and it just got missed. It got eclipsed.
I thought it was either way.
Very fun.
I
Yeah,
had fun either way.
it was deeply funny.
I liked being something looking for trouble and not finding it, and being that was fun for me. So
driving up frustration is fun to a point. There has to be a payoff. The only thing is you're down in the first combat, which I hate to say it, tradition.
Yes, but my character frustration never ever portrays as my frustration. So
No.
Right? Yeah, no,
So-
that's just it. That's the fun of it. Is
yeah, when my character's
is
saying
dealing with those
mean
kinds of
things
things.
or stupid things or whatever and disgruntled has zero to do with me. I'm actually entertained and enjoy playing him when he has that. So I had fun.
I'm the same, but yeah, I get it. Like I'll
Same.
never take it personally because I play the same way, 100%.
Yep.
Um,
One thing, Milo, medicine is huge in this game.
Yes.
You can actually heal with medicine.
Yes, I know.
yeah,
I have another spell.
nah.
For that.
I was just talking about just the skill check medicine as actually.
It's actually
I have
it's
another
valuable for
spell that
resting.
enhances your skill check in medicine so that you can do extra healing.
Do we need a
Oh,
healing
that's
kit though
brilliant.
for that, right? Don't we need a healer?
I don't, because I have a spell that makes a little glob of mud into my healer's kit. So you're gonna get a lot of mud on you at a lot of the
I
time.
forgot. That's what I need to spend money on as a healer's kit, though. That's probably what
That's
I need.
perfect.
That's what I need to go get.
That's perfect. Well, this was these snakes. Just you guys you failed all your actual survival rolls so hard that you finally hit the random encounter roll. Tom hit that 17, and that's all right. Cool. you get to meet something.
But
I look forward to next Tuesday if we don't randomly happen to throw it together at some time sooner. If we're online, if it's late, if we got half an hour even, we can get a couple of rounds in, So,
Yep. Alrighty.
all right,
Yep.
folks. Thanks for your time. Good night.
Thank you for running things.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I like the running. I don't like the planning. So this is going to be nice. I'm going to have nice tables and we'll roll dice and we'll see what happens.
Yay.
Excellent. That's good.